Hello friends, today I am going to teach you about derivative of inverse trigonometric function. Now, at previous lecture we take the theorems on inverse trigonometric function, that means derivatives of sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cot inverse x, sec inverse x and cosec inverse x. By using these formulae, we saw the examples, but actual workout taken by using the formulas of trigonometry with the double angle, triple angle, half angle and compound angle. So for this case, we take some standard results from inverse trigonometric function as sine inverse x, that value is equal to x. In circular function, use its angle as inverse trigonometric function, then we get that only angle of the corresponding. Likewise, we prove or write remaining 5 identities. Sine of sine inverse x equal to x, cos of cos inverse x equal to x, proceeding in this way. Vice versa, we will write here sine inverse of sine x is equal to x. Now for second result, we may take sine inverse of x is equal to cosec inverse 1 upon x. This is again second formula for inverse trigonometric function. Sine inverse x is equal to cosec inverse 1 upon x. Instead of sine inverse, we take that ratios are inverse functions and interchange here. Means we declare cosec inverse x is sine inverse 1 upon x. Again that result cos inverse x is equal to sec inverse 1 upon x. Cot inverse x is equal to tan inverse 1 upon x. These results are given in the table in your textbook 1.23. Now, third type is given, that is for complementary angles. Suppose you want to take here sine of cos x. Then how sine inverse of cos x. Then who adjust this? For this case, we can take sine inverse of sine and complementary angle of this by changing the ratio cosine and sine. So we get here sine pi by 2 minus x. Sine inverse of sine cancelling each other, we get pi by 2 minus x. Means sine inverse of cos x can be adjusted by this way. Again, the identities or equations as sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. For this previous period, we prove by using the derivative tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So, for complementary pair, sine inverse x is the complementary pair of cos inverse x. Again, sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. By using this result, we prove we find derivatives of some functions. Now, again, most important result for tan inverse alpha plus tan inverse beta is equal to tan inverse of alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha into beta, where the denominator of the inverse function of tan is not equal to 0, means 1 never equal to alpha into beta. Again, this is the reason for difference of these two inverse functions of tangent. So, for the result of difference, we take numerator contains negative sign at the same time denominator contains plus sign. Again, for this, that alpha into beta product is never equal to minus 1. So, this is again important result. Again, the results of double angle, sine 2 theta, cos 2 theta and tan 2 theta, which are most important for taking these three results in terms of tan 2t upon 1 plus t square using t equal to tan. Here 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. Here 2t upon 1 minus t square. Means division of these 2 by cancelling denominator, we get 2t upon 1 minus t square. With the help of this, again we solve some examples on inverse trigonometric function by finding their derivatives. Again, we take that result for triple angle, sine of 3 theta sin theta minus 4 sin 2 theta. Again cos 3 theta is equal to 4 cos 2 theta minus 3 cos theta. Means what is, if there is given x and here x cube, then we take for substitution of this function as x is equal to sin theta. Means you may add this result of sin inverse of cos or cos inverse of sin by taking their complementary pairs. Now we take examples from exercise 1.2. From the example 6, all these from example 6 to 10, all these examples contain the inverse function and we have to find their derivatives. Again, for some example, there is substitution, and that substitution is given in the table 1.2.4. In that substitution for the standard function is again, as we take derivative of sin inverse x is equal to 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. By using these, here conditions are given. If the expression contains 1 minus x square, then we can put x is equal to sin theta. If that expression contains 1 plus x square, then we can put x is equal to tan theta. And if that term is reverse, x square minus 1, then we can take x is equal to sec theta. By using the derivative of these standard three functions sin inverse, tan inverse and sec inverse, we take the common substitution. These results are given in your textbook from the table 1.24. Now we start examples from exercise 1.2. From 6 example, we take 2 examples from each part. Common instruction to all these as differentiate following with respect to x. Now we take here question as differentiation of cosec inverse e raised to minus. Here you may use direct formula for cosec inverse, d by dx of cosec inverse. First we say that function as 1, okay, y is equal to cosec inverse e raised to minus x. Now differentiate this with respect to x. By taking direct differentiation, we get that value as derivative of cosec inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1. By using this, here this is the opposite function, cosec inverse 1 upon e raised to minus x, again in under root e raised to minus x square minus 1, again multiplying derivative of e raised to minus x. So instead of this result, we use the identity as sin inverse. Actually, this e raised to minus x can be written as 1 upon e raised to x. So by previous results on inverse trigonometric function, cosec inverse 1 upon x can be written as sin inverse x. If that result becomes only this, sin inverse e raised to x. Sin inverse e raised to x. So our function becomes sin inverse e raised to x. So after differentiation, we take that result only in one step as derivative of sin inverse 1 upon root of 1 minus x square means we take here e raised to x its square multiplying derivative of e raised to x, that is only e raised to x. So final answer e raised to x upon under root of 1 minus e raised to 2x. E raised to x upon under root of 1 minus e raised to 2x. You may use result for this as 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1, again multiply derivative of e raised to minus x, again multiply derivative of minus x. But that steps are difficult to find the simplification, therefore we can reduce that result in terms of sign. Now similarly take second example as, now we take here directly y is equal to cos cube cos inverse of x cube. differentiate this with respect to x. Cos cube, cos inverse x cube. Actually, we take this simplification as cos inverse of x cube whole bracket raised to 3, because we know that as this is theta, cos cube theta can be written as cos theta bracket cube, and therefore by using this cos of this theta bracket cube. But by using identity of inverse trigonometric function, cosine can be cancelled with the cosine inverse, so we get that is x raised to 9 only. So y versus only in the simple algebraic function, which is the power function. So differentiate this y with respect to x. We get divide by 2x is equal to 9 into x raised to n. N x raised to n minus 1. Simple result here we can use. Now this is very important, a very easy example to solve, and by taking the formula by using derivative. Similarly, we can solve remaining examples. Now, from second topic, we take examples as again same instruction, differentiate following with respect to x. So here we take example as cosec inverse, or we take cot inverse of cot of e raised to x square. This is for a simple example. So call again that function is what? Cot inverse cot e raised to x square. We take from this question, we may form again new question. Suppose you take here tan inverse and your function is cot. Then you can adjust tan inverse to tan by taking its complementary pair. Already the cot inverse given, so here write here cot inverse and cot. By using result, cot inverse cot and identity function becomes 1. So you get here simply y is equal to e raised to x square. So differentiate this with respect to x. You get here dy by dx is equal to derivative of e raised to x square. E raised to something that is exponential function. Derivative of exponential functions remains e as it is. But here we take that is the composite function. So derivative is e raised to x square, and multiply derivative of x square, that is 2x. So final answer 2 into x into e raised to x square. Always we can exit first, then algebraic function and then exponential function. So derivative of cot inverse of cot e raised to x square. This function can be changed. Cot inverse of it may be tan, but you can convert that by using complementary pair of the given function from trigonometric functions. Now we take again example as cos inverse under root of 1 minus cos of x square whole divided by 2. 1 minus cos of x square whole divided by 2. So we have to differentiate this with respect to x. For each and every example, we cannot use the standard result of derivative of inverse trigonometric function. Here first we take that function is y. So we take that function is y. Y equal to cos inverse of under root of 1 minus. See here, this is not square of cosine. This is the square for angle. So you can take 1 minus cos of x square upon 2. Suppose you can take this x square is theta. So that result becomes 1 minus cos theta. So what is 1 minus cos theta? If we take the value is in under root sine, so we use here formula for cos 2 theta, double adding formula for cos 2 theta, and by using this, we get that value 2 times sine square, half of this angle is x square by 2. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 times sine square theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 times sine square theta by 2. Using this result, we get 2 times sine square x square by 2, and this whole divided. So only one step is important, and this step related with the 11th standard syllabus. Now 2 to cancel out. For the same step, this square root and square can be cancelled out. So we get here cos inverse of only sine function with its angle x square by 2. Only angle as x square by 2 and square root cancel. Now this cosine inverse cannot be cancelled with this sine function, so we can take its identity function as cos, and therefore this sine changes to cos by taking its complementary pair of the angle x square by 2, so pi by 2 minus x square by 2. So by using again identity from inverse trigonometric function, both are cancelled together to get here pi by 2 minus x square by 2. So this is the log 1. Now differentiate this one with respect to x. So very easy derivative of this. Derivative of pi by 2 is 0. Minus it as it is. Here 1 by 2 is constant. Derivative of x square is 2x. So we get required derivative of the function 0 minus 1 by 2. Derivative of x square is 2x. So these two cancel. You get answer is minus x. So derivative of y with respect to x is equal to minus x. So see, in the function we take cos inverse, but by taking the identities for inverse trigonometric function, that reduces in very easy formula. Only you remember that identity, how that can be adjusted. Now again one more example from this topic we take as tan inverse of 1 minus tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan x by 2. 1 minus tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan x by 2. Okay, this is very easy question. Only you remember the formula for inverse trigonometric function. First of all, we say that function is y. Y is equal to tan inverse 1 minus tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan x by 2. Now here you can see that both number of inverse function of tan contains opposite sign and denominator and numerator. Again, denominator contains always first term is 1 and second term is the product of two terms which is at numerator. So we adjust, this is the result for tan alpha minus beta. Again, we can replace this 1 by tan pi by 2. So we get that is the result for tan inverse of tan pi by 2 minus tan x by 2. This one always remains as it is. Only take these are two opposite sides of each other, and then each term of denominator, that is second term, can be multiplied in the form of 1. So we take that 1 can be replaced as tan pi by 2 into tan x by 2. This is result of tan alpha minus tan beta upon 1 plus tan alpha into tan beta. That is, we get here tan inverse tan pi by 4 sine and numerator, that is minus x by 2. Again, by using identity of trigonometry with the inverse function, we get that result is pi by 4 minus x by 2. So this is simple function, algebraic function y is equal to pi by 4 minus x by 2. So differentiate on both sides with respect to x. So we get here derivative of this y divided by dx. Derivative of pi by 4 is 0 and derivative of x by 2 is, we get here 0 minus 1 by 2. So your final answer is minus 1 by 4. So again, this is very easy example. Only you, every time I say you can remember the formula from trigonometry, that is compound angles or double angle, triple angle, half angle. All these inverse function depends on results from compound angles. Now we take examples of next example, that is differentiate following with respect to x. For this we take example from question number 8. Sine inverse 4 times sine x plus 5 6 upon under root of 41. Now first we take that function as y. To differentiate this, sin inverse 4 sin x plus 5 cos x upon under root of 40. Only we can take here that function in the standard form as number of sin inverse or sin inverse or cos inverse. In that case, we take here a sin x plus b cos x upon root of x square plus b square. Means coefficient of sin x and cos x are always the numbers which make the sides of right angles, right angle of triangle. Then divide number always indicate length of its hypotenuse. As we take 4 with the length of one of the side of right angle triangle, which makes right angle, second right angle side is 5. Sum of their squares is nothing but 41. So 16 plus 25 is equal to 41. And therefore we take this is the length of hypotenuse, this is the side of one of the length of side of right angle triangle, and this is the second. So by using this, we take that result as sin inverse 4 upon root 41 into sin x plus 5 upon root 41 into cos x. For this, we can take here any arbitrary right angle triangle. So this is right angle at this, and we take one of the angle is alpha, acute angle. For this, we can define as length of hypotenuse is under root of 41. Now, in order to adjust result of sin inverse by using compound angle, so result of sin inverse is sin alpha into cos beta. Already sin term is occurred, so we can adjust this as cos. For this angle, cosine can be defined length of adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. And for the same angle, we can define cosine sin alpha is 5 upon root 41 and cos alpha is equal to 4 upon root 41. So we call this as, by using this triangle, 4 upon root of 41, length of adjacent upon hypotenuse, we get that result is cos alpha, and here sin x plus, for the same angle, in same triangle, 5 upon root 41 indicate the ratio sin alpha and remaining as cos x. So inside the bracket, we get that is a result for sin angle is x, sin is plus, and second angle is alpha. So by using function for result from inverse trigonometric function, we get here only x plus alpha. Now you will take here alpha is constant, or from this triangle we can write here value of tan, because we get that value is always constant. So tangent alpha is 5 by 4. So this alpha tan inverse of 5 by 4. Tan alpha is equal to sin alpha upon cos alpha, and both length of opposite side upon adjacent. So by using this, we get value of alpha tan inverse 5 by 4, or simply you can write that alpha as it is. So you can write this as x plus tan inverse 5 by 4. So differentiate this with respect to x. We get here divide by x is equal to. Now derivative of x is only 1, and derivative of tan inverse 5 by 4, that is 0. So the final answer becomes here 1. We cannot write here derivative of tan inverse 5 by 4 as 1 upon 1 plus x square means 5 by 4 x square, because this is constant and derivative of constant is always 0. Now again, you will take again example. Suppose instead of sin inverse, you will take here cos inverse. So as you take here cos inverse, and here result is sin. So you take that sin can be cancelled out by taking its complementary function cos pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus this whole term, that is x plus alpha. Now we take next example, differentiation with respect to x by taking some substitution. For this we take example as, for example 9, sin inverse 1 minus, to differentiate this, sin inverse 1 minus x square upon 9 plus x square. Very important examples. Again to take identity for this. Sin inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. So you can take here this result by using the substitution for x is equal to tan theta. Then we take that values 1 minus x square and 1 plus x square as 1 minus tan square theta and 1 plus tan square theta. For this we take first function is y. So as we use here x is equal to tan theta, by inverse function we get theta is equal to tan inverse x. So y becomes sin inverse of 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. But we know the results on trigonometry as this is the result for cos of 2 theta. Cos 2 theta in terms of tan 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. Again this sin inverse can be cancelled with sin. So we have direct sin ratio, but which is the complementary pair of this cos 2 theta. You can write this pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So simplification of this, you get here only pi by 2 minus 2 theta. But what is the result of theta? So pi by 2 minus 2 times tan inverse x. Now this y is a function of x. So we take here differentiation of this y with respect to x. Here we can take derivative of this y with respect to x is dy by x. But here we take the derivative of pi by 2 is 0. And derivative of minus 2 tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So final answer minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. So derivative of this minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. Only take adjustment of here. Suppose here term is cos inverse. Then you get that only term is cos inverse of cos 2 theta. Only 2 theta derivative of this is minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. Because again as we take that t is equal to tan theta, so we get positive value. Here due minus and due to adjustment of this complementary pair. Very easy results. Only to take identity, adjust the function and take substitution. All these examples from substitution. Now we take again one more question from this as 1 minus. So now from example we take questions from tan inverse. Tan inverse of 8x upon 1 minus 50x. Very easy question. Only to adjust the number of these inverse functions. So first of all we say y is equal to tan inverse 8x upon 1 minus 50x. Now here you can take adjustment. As denominator contains minus sign and first term is 1, then you can take numerator is always sum of two numbers such that their product is 15x square. So you have to check, you have to find two numbers such that their product is 15x square and sum is 8x. So you can take that numbers are 8x can be written as 5x plus 3x. And here 1 minus 5x into 3x. So that result becomes tan inverse of alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha into beta. So that result is tan inverse of 5x plus tan inverse of 3x. So by taking simple differentiation of the corresponding function, we get derivative. So differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y with respect to x divided by dx. Derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square, but here x is 5x, and by opposite function multiply derivative of 5x, that is only 5 plus derivative of tan inverse of 1 plus 3x is again 1 upon 1 plus 3x square, and multiply derivative of this 3x, that is 3. And therefore we get final answer as, what is final answer? 5 upon 1 plus 5 square is 1 plus 25 square plus here 3 upon 1 plus adjust the terms which is an numerator and denominator. Only you can consider that terms as a sum of two terms or difference of two terms, but depending on the denominator second term, that is the product of the two terms. Again, we take here one more example and taking the result for cot inverse. Cot inverse of a square minus 6x square, a square minus 6x square upon 5ax. So first of all, we say that function is 1. Now from inverse trigonometric function, use the identity because we use always result of tan inverse. So instead of cot inverse, we write here tan inverse, and that can be reverse, means 5x upon a square minus 6x. Now again you take for the inverse ratio of tan, always denominator contains first term is 1. So by using this concept, we take this whole number is divided by a square. So we get here 5ax upon a square, means we get 5x upon a. Here a square upon a square is 1, and here 6 times x upon a brackets. Divide whole numerator and denominator by a square. So by using this we get here tan inverse. Now this is the difference, we take addition sign. So adjust the number and numerator as sum of two numbers, which is equal to 5x by n, and their product is 6 times x by a brackets square. So that numbers are again easy. 3 into 2, that product is 6, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So we take here 3x by a plus 2x by a upon 1 minus 3x by a into 2x by a. So check out. 3x by a plus 2x by a means 5 times x by a. 1 remains as it is, minus sign as it is. Now their product is 3 to the 6. X into x square and a into a square. So that result reduces to simple expression. Tan inverse of 3x upon a plus tan inverse of 2x upon a. This is value of y. Now only take differentiation on both sides with respect to x. By the previous example, we find its derivative. What is derivative? So for this we take operation differentiation with respect to x. What is derivative of y? Divided by dx. Now derivative of tan inverse 3x by a, 1 upon 1 plus 3x by a brackets square. 1 upon 1 plus x square is 3x by a brackets square, and multiply derivative of 3x by a is only 3 by a. 3 by a. Derivative of x is 1, and here again derivative of tan inverse 2x upon a is 1 upon 1 plus 2x by a brackets square into only 2 by a. As multiply derivative of 2x by a. So what is simplification for this? We take here that numerator is 3. Now this is multiplied to cross multiplied to 1. Here becomes a square. That a square and numerator. So we get here 3a square. And this is cross multiplied a square plus 9x square into this a. One of the a is cancelled. Now again here 2 times a square by using this multiplication, a square plus 4x square, and this can be multiplied by this a. These two, denominator becomes a numerator, so 2 times a square and divided by a. One of the a will again cancel. So final answer is 3a upon a square plus 9x square, and second term is 2a upon a square plus 4x square. This is the final answer for the corresponding. Now in the similar way, we saw the remaining examples from the same exercise 1.2. In the last topic, example number 10. All these examples are clear to you. I hope that you clear these examples and solve the remaining questions from this exercise. Here 1.2 exercise is over. Now for next period, I will start new topic, that is derivative of logarithmic differentiation of the function. And for this, here the topic is over from 1.1.